What up, y'all? We're here for our weekly reflection message. Hope everybody is doing well and hope y'all have had a good week. So, yeah, we've got a nice little neat message to bookend our week. This is how I would describe the messages this week. It's felt like pencils down, turn in your tests. And then this whole week has been evaluation. Our thesis has been under examination, and now it's this week has been meeting with our advisors and getting commentary on our marks, right? Do you guys remember in elementary school, and I think maybe even in middle school and high school, we used to do this, but they would have parent teacher conference at the end, at some point in the semester, maybe midterm. And this is feeling more like final exam time, but instead of parent teacher conference, it's student teacher conference. And it's we're kind of meeting with the teacher, we're going over our report card. And I mean, honestly, I feel like Spirit has been you've been in the work and you've been making an effort. And so there are positive shifts that have been happening within ourselves that are going to start manifesting as a sense of fulfillment first within, but then more fulfilling outer conditions in our lives as well. So I feel a lot of encouragement in that direction and in that area. And if you didn't already this week, the messages pretty much our weekly energy oracle forecast, the Monday anchor message with our lessons, Tuesday's manifestation message, our alchemy message Wednesday, and our romance message for Thursday. They've all been encouraging messages from Spirit that have acknowledged where we've been, what we've come through, and what we've arrived at now. So feeling pretty good about it. From the Radiant Sun Oracle, we've got harmony. So this is the sun in Libra, followed by influence, which is Mercury in Libra, followed by birth, which is Venus in Cancer. And then underneath harmony, we've got the Emperor. Underneath influence, we've got Three of Pentacles. And underneath birth, we have Five of Cups reverse. So I think that this is all very good. I think just what we were just talking about, the inner sense of harmony that is starting to set inside of us. I think we've cultivated a sense of harmony, and the visual is almost pouring concrete into a foundation that is finally starting to dry and to harden and to solidify. So it's the Emperor is the card of all four kings being present within this one individual. It's all the kingdoms are in order. The Emperor doesn't just rule over the Earth Pentacle or the Fire Pentacle, or sorry, the Earth Kingdom or the Fire Kingdom or the Water Kingdom or the Air Kingdom. The Emperor rules over all the kingdoms. So that is you have mastered your consciousness and your mindset. You can feel your feelings without being controlled or overly influenced by them. You have figured out how to take decisive action and be productive and fruitful and not have a lot of issues with procrastination and hesitancy. You've overcome scarcity. So it's you've been able to establish a level of security with the earth realm. And let's see, so thought, And then the fire realm is like your sense of self, your sense of self-worth, your sense of self-esteem that comes directly from your connection with spirit, with source. The wands also talks about our spiritual relationship to God. And many times the wands suit are portraying like the self-work that we're doing. Which has an effect on the outer efforts and our outer sense of industry. So the goal of us as spiritual seekers and students is like this ongoing journey and effort to build the vessel, to perfect the vessel, to strengthen the vessel. That comes from our desire to make an effort to create this connection with source and, with our higher power and become more like God, higher power, source, by doing the work of transformation and learning, okay, what is the light like? Now I want to emulate the light. I want to have affinity with the light. And the light is fairly simple. And so we have learned to self-simplify, to empty the self of all of the extra noise and layers that aren't the light, so that we can take what has been shrouding our light, that bushel basket, right? And then we can take that light and it radiates from the lamppost. So the harmony within is creating more security, stability, and fruitfulness in our outer world as well. And it may not be quite evident yet, but we are in the early stages of that happening. We've got influence with the Three of Pentacles. Influence is a card where I feel like the harmonious state that we are in now is actually having the dominant influence on our mindset and our consciousness and our creation. And so we always need to be wary of the influences. This is Adam and Eve walking through the garden, and here's that serpent, which represents both transformation but also influence. And so and possibly danger or insight. And so it's like this double-edged sword kind of. It introduced the world of duality when we ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil instead of just eating of the tree of the fruit of the tree of life, where there's one path of fulfillment. Now there is this duality. And so we've learned how to actually go within and create that fulfillment that doesn't depend on outside sources. And so we now always know that we need to be present with our consciousness and ask, what is dominating, what is influencing our consciousness? Is this a consciousness of a creator consciousness or a destroyer consciousness? Is this a coming from cause consciousness like the creator, or effect consciousness like the effect of the fall of our union with that creator, right? Is this a consciousness of love or a consciousness of fear? And so whatever our state of our consciousness is in at any given time, that is the seed level through which we are creating. So if we are in a dark consciousness, then we are going, or even just reactive and reacting to impulse, fear, lust, or FOMO, or whatever. If we're being reflexive, then we have the potential to be planting seeds of chaos. Whereas we've learned how to do the inner work, which creates harmonious conditions on the inside, where the result of self-mastery is being able to pause, right? The emperor isn't running around taking action. He's pausing for consideration and kind of going inward and considering. And it's like he's sitting probably on a rock or something. In traditional tarot, he's seated on his throne. And this is in his stability, but in his sovereignty, in his solid, grounded self-possession and free will, right? So in order to be in that state, we can't be in a state of reactiveness. That's effect consciousness. The creator is not the effect, the creator is the cause. So the emperor is the cause. The emperor doesn't run to take action. The emperor is seated in pause and reflecting, and then chooses with sovereignty, the sovereignty over all the kingdoms. So the emperor is self-disciplined and self-mastered and self-possessed. So because of that, there is more harmony that is creating a stronger influence of positive, like a positive influence that's coming into our life. So the way that we maintain that is to be the detached observer of our consciousness as a discipline, to say, okay, what is influencing our choices in this moment? What kind of consciousness am I in? What am I taking action from right now? You know, and that will influence what you're creating. So the Three of Pentacles is like a first stage of completion, an early stage of success. There's like mastery and talent being developed around certain skills, or, you know, maybe dreams or aspirations. Maybe it's like, maybe you've graduated with like from college, and now you can start like working on getting your medical degree, or however, like whatever the next step is. But there's one step is like complete and finished. And so we've just come to this, this sort of like base camp checkpoint where it's like a talisman of initiation. So this is the early stages of being like establishing yourself in these talents, skills, starting to have some recognition in that area, starting to get, say, like a small business that you start, like say you own your own bakery or something. It's like you're getting it off the ground and word's getting out. The money, like it doesn't feel like there's tons of resources there, and it feels like everything's just going out as it comes in, but this is just normal for the beginning early phase. And so just be of good heart that like the fruits of your labor will be apparent soon, but don't feel like frustrated or like scarcity minded because of this. Don't let that influence all of your decisions, right? And then birth with the Five of Cups reversed. This is really, really great. This is like the rebirth of like just inspiration, motivation, maybe like a new project that you're taking on, or maybe something that you'd had to like put on ice for a second. Like you started a course or a book or something like that, and you put it down, but now you're like, you get to pick it back up again. And so it's like a renewal. Maybe there are like positive changes in your workplace or home life, or in your family relationships. I know that both our manifestation reading this week and our romance reading this week had to do with family healing. And so maybe there is like healing that's happening within your family, or with your parents, or with you and your siblings, or all of that, that is allowing for positive changes in other areas of your life that are seemingly unrelated, but they're really not. And so we start doing this healing work and the unblocking work, like all of a sudden all these opportunities start presenting, and they seem like they're random, but they're not. It's all connected. It's just that there were things that needed to happen before those things could happen. And so the Five of Cups reversed is like, this is the end of like a difficult situation. It's like you're on the other side of like things that maybe didn't work out. You're like moving on, you're trying new things, you're going forward, you're feeling better, and you're coming through like a season of challenge, right? We've all come through this like initiation period. We've crossed this portal, we've jumped into like a new timeline and new cycles and new beginnings. And so it's like this rebirth of self, and we're leaving like those difficulties behind, and just like really feeling good about moving forward with, you know, just like no regrets, you know, just feeling like a clean slate, with like leaving the baggage in the past. It's like when you move into a new house and like you've got all your old stuff that's just been following you from house to house. It's like you've got like random kitchen utensils left over from like college and like all that stuff. It's just like, you're like, I have no, this has been following me around for like sentimental value, but I have no sentimental value for it anymore. So it's like you finally just get to like clear out the, you know, the drawers. You know, this is like clearing out the drawers of life and starting fresh and moving forward. All right, you guys, I love the message for the weekend. I feel like there's just this breath of fresh air coming in, and good things are coming, and the gears of destiny are starting to crank. So keep an eye out for little magical things to happen. Ciao. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it, then please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to be notified of when I drop content. Like the videos, comment, share them. Anything that you do helps these messages get out to other people who need them. So you watching a video and taking an action on it actually makes a positive difference in someone else's life.